Hello and welcome to the Capital Spreads Weekly Update. Today is Thursday, the 13th of January 2011. The week so far, the markets really have oscillated around their highs. The FTSE started a little bit weaker, dipped down to around 59.50 where it saw some support. We're now back above the 6,000 level, and in the US markets there's certainly still a degree of strength as the US earnings season has got on underway and got off to quite a good start as well. But the real focus has been on Europe again. This time it's been the round of bond auctions. Today we have Italy and Spain, but yesterday we had Portugal, and there seems to be a little bit of a shift in sentiment towards the Eurozone. Obviously earlier in the week Japan came out saying that they would continue to buy European sovereign debt, and yesterday's Portuguese auction saw quite a bit of demand, primarily obviously supported by Asian investors buying up the bonds, but also the European Central Bank too. So a little bit of a shift in sentiment. We've seen the market bounce off its lows. We're just about flat on the week now. We've also seen a little bit of support from commodity markets as well, which have strengthened. Metal prices have strengthened a bit, and in particular oil has had a very good run higher. The Brent contract is very nearly into three figures. So the current situation is that the FTSE is back above 6,000, around 6,030. Dow looking very strong again, very near new highs, over 2-year highs, around 11,750. And the euro, which dipped below the 1.3 level, has come back above there. It's currently at 131.70, showing again a little bit of strength this morning. And cable, as a result, also has benefited from the euro's move higher. So cable's around 157.60. But interestingly, the gold price has remained very much the same over the past week. It hasn't really benefited from this little bit of dollar weakness. So it's still around 1383. The key levels to watch for the FTSE pretty much remain the same. Obviously to the downside we've got 59.50, that low, and then the low just below there of 59.20. If we see a break below there over the medium term, there's not really much support until around 55.20. So to the upside, resistance again, the levels are really very much unchanged. We've got 60.70 will be focused on, and the high of the year 60.90. Again, above there over the medium term there's probably not all that much resistance until around 63.50. So how have clients been trading? Well, the strength has brought back the bears out. They're selling into the FTSE, they're selling into the DAX. The DAX in particular has been very strong yesterday, back above 7,000. So clients selling into that, and also selling into the US markets, expecting there to be at least some sort of retracement as the markets grind higher. They continue to grind higher. On the currencies, clients are long dollar yen, and they are opposing this strength in the euro dollar, so the short euro dollar. On commodities, unsurprisingly, they remain long gold, but in the respect of oil, they're opposing the strength in oil as well, so very much short oil. For the rest of the week, we've got US retail sales to focus on. When you look at the ex-autos and gas figure, that's possibly going to decline. We saw a very strong October and November retail sales for the US, so it wouldn't come as a surprise if we see December just dip, despite the good reports we've had from US retailers over the Christmas season. And then also tomorrow we have Michigan confidence figures, again, which has had a good run higher in the last couple of months. So don't be surprised if we see Michigan sentiment just maybe remain around the same, possibly even dip lower, because of course petrol prices across US and in Europe as well have really increased due to the higher oil prices. So the theme of this week, well, it's the shift in sentiment towards the Eurozone. There's been a marked shift in sentiment, but it's the question is will that continue? The likes of Portugal, Spain and Italy, they continue to have severe challenges ahead, and they have to refinance and continue further bond auctions. So this week is, whilst good for the Eurozone, it's not necessarily a change in the long-term direction of sentiment towards the euro and the euro itself. There's a huge amount of challenges and mountains to climb, and most importantly, as we'll see later on today, the ECB President Trichet will say to these peripheral countries of the Eurozone that they have to tackle their budget deficits. They really have to take measures now, austerity and tax rises, to really get a grip of these budget deficits in order to really change the shift the sentiment towards the Eurozone. So that's it for this week. As ever, do give us feedback, media@capitalspreads.com.